Kill the boy, and let the man be born.
Every hero has an origin story, a moment of courage, a noble cause, a chance to save the world. But what if I told you that villains have an even more heroic origin story? What if villains are just the ones who dare to stand up when no one else would? What if they're actually misunderstood heroes who sacrificed everything for their own cause? After all, how often do we label someone a villain just because their vision doesn't align with ours? Is it really that simple? Does choosing your own path, following your own truth, make you a villain? Or does it make you human? And at what point does standing up for yourself, for your own dreams, turn you into the bad guy? Have you ever noticed how quickly a hero becomes a villain? It's not because they changed overnight, it's because they did one thing: prioritize themselves. The moment you stop saying yes to every request, every favor, and start saying yes to yourself is when the world turns. Suddenly, you're not the guy everyone relied on anymore. You're the selfish one, the bad guy. The truth is that people only cheer you on when your priorities align with theirs. The second you step outside of their script, you become the antagonist in their story. But here's the thing. You were never just a supporting character. Villain or hero, it's all about perspective. And the quickest way to wear that villain's crown? Start putting your goals first. Start saying no. And watch how fast their cheers turn to silence, or worse, criticism. Because in the end, villains are just heroes who refuse to play by everyone else's rules. So, here's the question you need to ask yourself. Would you rather be the villain in their story?
Time, it's got a way of coming back around. Every now and
Or the hero of your own?
You know, this place makes me wonder.
Yeah, what's that, boss?
Which would be worse? To live as a monster? Or to die as a good man?
Isn't it funny how being the bad guy is often just a matter of perspective? You spend your whole life doing what's right, putting others first, being the good guy. And yet, where does it leave you? Last in line, watching as the very people you helped move on without so much as a thank you. They say good guys finish last, but maybe it's not because they're good. Maybe it's because they're too busy living for everyone else. See, the quickest way to become the villain? It's not by doing something wrong, it's by finally doing something for yourself. The second you start prioritizing your own happiness, your own goals, suddenly, you're selfish. You're the problem. Funny how that works, huh? People love you as long as you're giving and sacrificing. But the moment you say no, or even worse, I'm doing this for me, congratulations, you've just become the villain in someone's story. Here's the truth no one tells you. The quickest way to become the villain is to stop playing the hero. Because in a world that thrives on people-pleasing, the ones who prioritize themselves are always the bad guys. But ask yourself this, are you really the villain for wanting something better? For wanting more? Or are they just afraid to see you rise while they stay in the same place? Have you ever noticed how the hero gets all the love, but the villain gets all the power? Here's the truth they don't tell you. You don't get to the top by playing nice. You don't become the best by waiting in line. Stop asking for permission, and start taking what's yours. You don't have to be evil to be the villain in someone else's story. The moment you prioritize your dreams, someone, somewhere, will call you selfish. But tell me this, is that really a bad thing? People will criticize what they can't control. They'll label you cold, heartless, or ruthless just because you stopped living for them. But here's the reality. They're scared of what will happen when you finally start living for yourself. Here's what they won't admit. They need you to stay small. They need you to stay in your lane. Because the second you step out of it, you start being the villain in their story. And you start becoming the hero in your own. Want to be liked? Stay in line. Want to be remembered? Stand out. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to stay the good guy for everyone else? Or are you ready to embrace the villain and finally win? So you want to become the villain, huh? You know, the bad guy, the one everyone loves to hate, or is it hates to love? The moment you prioritize your dreams and desires and say no to pleasing everyone else, boom! Welcome to the Villains Club. Society's got this twisted narrative where the minute you stop living for their expectations and start living for your own happiness, you become the selfish one, the cold one, the villain. But here's the truth. Sometimes the world needs a villain to shake things up, to remind them that no is a complete sentence. The quickest way to become the villain is simple. Stop apologizing for being unapologetically yourself. Do you want to travel the world instead of settling down? Villain. Do you want to start a business instead of following the traditional 9-to-5 grind? Villain. Or maybe you're just tired of saying yes to everyone else and finally say yes to yourself? But guess what? Villain. Here's where the magic happens. When your heart's in the right place, when you're not out to hurt anyone but to live authentically, people might call you the villain, but deep down they respect it. They admire it. Why? Because deep down everyone wishes they had the guts to live their truth too. So go ahead. Be the villain in someone else's story if that's what it takes. Because the truth is, the world will always need villains who dare to be themselves. As long as your heart is in the right place, even bad guys get wildly loved, appreciated, and celebrated. So, whose story are you really living? Yours or theirs? And remember, sometimes being the villain makes you the hero of your own story. In a world where being nice gets you used up and thrown out like yesterday's trash,
मेरा भाई taken for granted हो गया भाटिया साहब. Use and throw.
why not embrace the art of being bad? Alright, fellow misunderstood geniuses, if you're ready to embrace your inner villain, hit that like button. And if you've ever been called the bad guy just for doing your own thing, smash that subscribe button. Come on, join the dark side. We've got snacks, a killer playlist, and well, the truth. And don't forget to ring that notification bell. Because if you're gonna be the villain, you might as well stay one step ahead of the heroes, right?
Starting tonight, I'm a man of my word.